Now, this is a very important but really basic calculation that you would need to know for especially level one. And I would say there's a good shot you're going to see this in one way, shape, or form. Hopefully it'll be just a simple calculation for you, and I'll be walking you through a real basic example in just a second. And the current yield looks at just one source of return. So it's, like I said, it's a really simple calculation, and that's the annual. I'm going to put a big circle around that interest income from the bonds. Like I mentioned before, that'd be looking at that $50. It's also called the income yield or the running yield, but chances are you're going to see current yield. That's the most common way you would see this denoted on an exam or in an example. We don't look at capital gains or losses, and we don't look at that reinvestment income. So we don't include either one. And I'm going to put a big star by this guy because, like I said, this is the basic one that you need to know for your studies. It sets the foundation on fixed income, if you will, the current yield formula. And yes, you do need to know a lot of formulas for your level 1, 2, and 3 exams. So the current yield is simply our annual cash coupon payment divided by the bond price, not the par value of the bond, but the current price in the marketplace. Okay, so that would be, say, a common maybe error there is it's not the par value. So we're looking at the annual cash payment paid to the bondholder and then dividing that by the bond price, and that's going to give us our current yield. So what I like to do, being an instructor, is I tell you a little bit about what it is, I'll define it, and then more importantly, jumping into examples. And you're going to see that when you study for a CFA level exam, it's not all about reading and watching video. It's about spending about half your time in your initial studies reading and watching, and then half of your time going through practice questions. Very, very important. And that's important across all 3 levels. Don't get caught up in watching and reading and thinking that that's all you need to do to pass. No, it's a lot of practice. So here, we have a simple example. We got a 20-year, $1,000 par value, 6% semi-annual pay bond here that's currently trading at a flat price of 802.07. So you can see here, we're going to be using that 802 probably in our calculation. And then we want to simply calculate our current yield. And once again, our annual coupon payment is going to be our par value. So see, I didn't clearly tell you what the coupon was, times our coupon rate. And it's 6%, that's the annual rate, but it pays semi-annual. So our annual coupon payment is going to be $60, and then straightforward math, really easy on your calculator. 60 divided by our 802.07 gets us a current yield of 7.48%. Now, before I move on, I want to just start out with an observation. You might actually see this too, just looking at our screen. You see that the coupon rate is 6%, but our current yield is much higher at 7.48%. So here, our coupon rate is much lower than our current yield. And that's because our bond here is priced at 802.07. It's priced below par, which means our bond is priced at a discount. So for a discount bond, and I'd want to tuck this away in my notes, we know that the coupon rate is going to be lower than the current yield, and then vice versa.